shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And we'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand one day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we'll work hand in hand one day. And we'll break down the prison walls. We will tear down those prison walls. Together we will tear down the prison walls on that day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we will tear down all those prison walls on that day. And the truth will set us free. The truth will set us free. Truth will set us all free on that day. And deep in my heart, I do believe that the truth will set us all free on that day. And we shall overcome on that day.
Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.
The United States government is supporting it, and the American Congress and taxpayer are paying for it.
Without massive U.S. support, none of this can go on.
No other issue is treated in such a biased manner.
Because this is an issue of American foreign policy.
That is probably the reason why this stuff is simply censored out of the press.
Oh, good morning. It's 8 minutes past 10, and just saying oath to Paul's a Tim a gold top. Paul's a Tim a gold top. Are you the new Paul's a Tim? Are you new Paul Tim? Paul the Tim? Paul the team. Yeah, but that's who I need to go in here, right? Fuck all this. I'm getting Paul the Tim on. Paul Lee Tim. I think we should get him on now. Is he working? Where is he? What's his number? Who's got Paul the Tim's number? Right. Well, I play this next tune. I'm going to message him. I'm going to hunt him down. Who wants Paul the Tim? Who wants Paul the Tim? I can't believe he's not been on here. I've got everybody's phone number I can get a hold of, apart from the unseen Fenian Hand, Lawwell, and Paul the Tim. So today, we don't need Lawwell, we're not chasing that fan down anymore. We're giving him a free licence till we get pumped out of Maribor. And it's a shootout of the old gay canal again. Peacefully, of course. All the Celtic fans on one side, Pedro Lawwell on the other, booing him. Well seen his goat Fergus McCannon. He knows if he was to get anywhere near a flagpole, he'd be close to sitting on it if some of the Celtic fans can get a hold of him. Not me, of course, I'm a radical pacifist. Unless he comes round with his fat, sweaty bollocks and he's done curly whirly Crombie coat. Unless he comes fist flying at me. I'm just a mad radical pacifist. I sit back talking flannel juice and gibberish for fun. Yes, I'm the mad fundamentalist putting fun into fundamentalism. Right, talking about fundamentalism. Fucking, what's all that nonsense for? I mean, they get a Tory MP and a Labour MP. These are bloodthirsty, child-killing, murderous bastards. Always be aware when you're listening to these Westminster politicians, and I do say Westminster politicians because currently we don't have a proper government in Scotland where we can make decisions on the wars of aggression. Maybe when we do that, then I can cuss the Holyrood Parliament as much as I can, the Westminster. But the real these fucking, and sorry for the language this time in the morning, but when you hear these war criminal bastards, these child-killing defenders of fucking Nazism, Zionists, when you hear them talking, and in the first caller that was on there, I don't know if you'd heard it before I slept on, but the first one, it was as if he was, I mean, he did do it, unlike myself, fucking ranting and raving like a madman, obviously. It's just because I'm fucking raging how so many liars can be put on for the 40 minutes before I get fucking on there. I have to endure it. No wonder I come on there fucking raging, even more than what I normally am. And you listen to these child-killing murderous bastards and some Zionist fuckpig coming on, the first call if you never heard it. I mean, the cunt was reading for a script, and he finally finished on the fucking new Nazis. That's how I gave him a bit in about the fucking... Did I say Nazis to these fucks? Fucking Nazis. I don't know if I get through on the radio, but I get through on my side, I think. Fucking Nazi bastards. Right, stay there. Ballad of George and Paul.
Slopes of the Cragan, one morning in May, our lads left their base with hearts young and gay. Their cause was for freedom, a cause long denied, and the foreign oppressor they went to the fight. While patrolling our streets, they met with the foe, and with guns at the ready, our lads had a go. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Bob, and they'll not stop me and you. For the place, it went silent when the shooting died down. Two young lads, they lay dead on the streets of our town. Another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight, and in Derry were mourned on that fateful night. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Bob, and they'll not stop me and you. Now Georgie and Bob, they lie cold as stone. They died fighting for Derry, their own native home. So always remember, and don't ever forget, they died fighting for Ireland, and we owe them a debt. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Bob, and they'll not stop me and you.
God willing, the next time I go on the Zionist media, the bit I was meant to say earlier on, the part just after I was saying, because there's so many other stuff I wanted to say, I get missed, as so usually happens at these times. But the part when I said about the Muslims going over there, be careful. Well, and then to answer the question, how do I know it's Mossad and the CIA. How do I know? Because they've been playing the same counter-terrorism playbook for years. They've been... I mean, how do I know? Well, if they were proper Muslim Islamic State, they wouldn't be standing chasing women and children up a fucking mountain in Iraq or whatever it is. The Surat Mountain or whatever it fucking is. It in Syria? Is it in Iraq? Whatever it fucking is. The Levant, aye. We shan't use colonial, the empire terms no more. I mean, if these crackpots have come up with a name for it, what it was before, the Levant, let's call it the Levant. Fuck the colonialist language and linguistic programming. This is I'm a neuro-linguistic programmer, just like those fucks. Only they're programming you into be fucking defenders of fucking baby killers, phosphorus gas, breaking every United Nations convention, fucking known to man. Where's the fucking peace invaders? Where's the fucking scumbag politicians saying, oh, let's send in troops to stop these fucking child-killing Nazi bastards? So the question is to the Islamic State, does anybody get these fuckers' number? We'll fucking phone these cunts now. I'll give you a fucking Mossad Islamic State. If they were proper Muslims, they wouldn't be chasing fucking women and children up a mountain. They'd be going into fucking Palestine and defending their brothers and sisters and children getting massacred there by their Zionist puppets. Oh, but because they're fucking Mossad and CIA trained, they'll not be taking a fucking West turn. Where's all the military equipment? Surely when they robbed the fucking high-grade military equipment in Iraq and Mosul, when those fuckers fled for their lives, the shitebags, fucking Seamus Achacha, every one of them ran for their fucking lives. There's your American-trained fucking Iraqi military, fucking shitebags when the Mossad comes a-hunting her. But why don't these Mossad fucks go take a walk into fucking Palestine? Oh, they can't. That's a conflict too fucking far for these shitebags. Listen, and then you can hear the media, listen to the bullshit media, how they're being fucking glorified as these terrible fucking killers and this and fucking that. And then you can hear the fucking lies, because just a couple of days ago or a day ago, the French were saying, oh, it's a fucking humanitarian disaster, it's a fucking nightmare, it's terrible. Well, what the fuck? When Americans turn out and say, oh, it's nothing like it, they're all quite well equipped and there's nothing as many as was fucking said. So we see right away, the first and last casualty in war is always the truth. So the truth disappeared up these fuckers' Zionist Khyber paths many fucking moons ago, if it ever existed for them. Well, in their imagination it does exist, but it's just fucking lies. Lies, damn lies and lies. So we can see it was fucking lies. A fucking humanitarian disaster is happening in Palestine, but they don't go fucking crying for that. The Zionist fucks. And that tender meatballs, that ugly, dirty, fucking succulent lamb, cock-sucking, minty boys, fucking licking his fucking Klingon ass. That's you, fucking tender meatballs. You've got no fucking balls. The man who got a knockback while you were licking Scott McDonald's fucking rim. You try to lick the rim of a fucking procurator fiscal till she kicked your lousy good ass to fuck. So shove your head up your chuffs. Fucking manic caller, you better fucking believe it when I'm dealing with you succulent lamb Zionist zombie fucks. The fourth estate, fuck you and all your fucking progeny, you cunts.
Yet the past refuses to rest
Chuck
in
your
the
laugh.
shallow grave. For those who hide behind the false image of the Son of Man shall stand before God, 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 God. It has begun. The beginning of the end. Yeah. Voice of racism, preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the Prophet Muhammad a terrorist. Forgetting God is not religion, but a spiritual bond. And Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran. They bombed innocent people, trying to murder Saddam. When you gave them those chemical weapons to go to war with Iran. This is the information that they hold back from Peter Jennings. Cause Condoleezza Rice is just a new age Sally Hemings. I break it down with critical language and spiritual anguish. The Judas I hang with, the guilt of betraying Christ, who murdered him, stole his religion, and painted him white. Translated in psychologically tainted philosophy, conservative political right-wing ideology, glued together sloppily the blasphemy of a nation. Got my back to the wall cause I'm facing assassination. Guantanamo Bay, federal incarceration. How could this be the land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous Holocaust, and the home of the slaves? Corporate America dancing offbeat to the rhythm. You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? Human rights violations, we continue the saga. El Salvador and the Contras in Nicaragua. And on top of that, you still wanna take me to prison just cause I won't trade humanity for patriotism. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking, causing your perspective to change. They wanna rearrange the whole point of view of the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Read about the history of the place that we live in, and stop letting corporate news tell lies to your children. Flow like the blood of Abraham through the Jews and the Arabs, broken apart like a woman's heart, abused in the marriage, the brink of holy war, bottled up like a miscarriage. Embedded correspondence don't tell the source of the tension, and they refuse to even mention European intervention or the massacres in Jenin. The innocent screams, U.S. manufactured missiles and M16s, weapon contracts and corrupted American dreams. Media censorship blocking out the video screens. A continent of oil kingdoms bought for a bargain. Democracy is just a word when the people are starving. The average citizen made to be blind to the reason. A desert full of genocide where the bodies are freezing, and the world doesn't believe that you're fighting for freedom cause you fucked the Middle East and gave birth to a demon. It's open season with the CIA bugging my crib, trapped in the ghetto region like a Palestinian kid, where nobody gives a fuck whether you die or you live. I'm trying to give the truth and I know the price is my life, but when I'm gone they'll sing a song about immortal technique, who beheaded the president and the princes and sheiks. You don't give a fuck about us. I can see through your facade like a fallen angel standing in the presence of God. Bitch niggas scared of the truth when it looks at you hard. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking causing your perspective to change. They want to rearrange the whole point of view in the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Martial law is coming soon to the hood to kill yo while you hanging your flag out your project window. Yeah. The fourth branch of the government, aka the media, seems to now have a retirement plan for ex-military officials, as if their opinion was at all unbiased. A machine shouldn't speak for men, so shut the fuck up, you mindless drone. And you know it's serious when these same media outfits are spending millions of dollars on a PR campaign to try to convince you they're fair and balanced, when they're some of the most ignorant and racist people giving that type of mentality a safe haven. We act like we share in the spoils of war that they do. We die in wars, we don't get the contracts to make money off them afterwards. We don't get weapons contracts, nigga. We don't get cheap labor for our companies, nigga. We are cheap labor, nigga. Turn off the news and read, nigga. Read. Read. Read.
Well, you can't watch stuff like that. Just watch the female Messi there. Oh, number 7. The ponytailed assassin. Chips it in. Korea 2, Mexico 1.
Just stands and watches as it flies past it, and they've got hope now.
No, hold on, that was Mexico. So it was. Mexico. Oh, realise he just took her, blessed herself. Mexico. Carolina Jaramillo for Taylor Alvarado.
Long before Alvarado or Perez comes on.
Oh, what was football? Get it going down. There you go. That's got me nice and calm now. The Korean are taking one off. Is it North Korea? Kim So-yu against Park Yoon. No, this is South Korea. The team that Neil Lennon will be managing soon, the women's football in South Korea, who's up for a day trip. One of the Celtic will put day trips out for the local derby there, North against South, Lennon's girl team against Kim Jong-il's fucking Axis of Evil terrorist state. I'm going there just to do the broadcast. My good friend Pedro, he'll be selling tickets with bunnets for a big bag of sand each. He'll take you to Outer Mongolia and back for that one with a bunnet one. The fuck's that? £5 for a bunnet, £1 goes to charity. You better just put your fiver into charity instead of putting it into that fucking robber's horns for a fucking bunnet. Why doesn't that cunt here? And by the way, Jack McCarrett, if you're listening there, fucking slander, mate, slander. You've even got my Tourette's coming out here. If it's not for these Zionist muppets, it's you got me my Tourette's. Slander there on that huddle board there, saying that you don't have much success. I've never seen one of your requests there for a tune, not one. Where are they? Prove it. Where's the proof? Show me the proof. You probably put it on the night when there was about hundreds of them. Come on, give us a break for missing one or two. But anyway, here we go. Parcel of Rogues, just for you, from Luke Kelly to Jack McCarrett.
Farewell to all our Scottish way. Farewell our ancient glory. Farewell even to our Scottish name, so famed in martial story. Now Sark runs over the Solway Firth, and Tweed runs to the ocean to mark where England's province stands. Such a parcel of woes in a nation. What force or guile could not subdue through many warlike ages is wroth now by a coward few for hireling traitors' wages. The English steel we could disdain, secure in valor's station, but we're bought and we're sold for English gold. Such a parcel of rogues in a nation. Oh, would or I had seen the day that treason thus could sell us. My old grey head had line and clay with Bruce and Lloyd lawless, but peace and power till my last hour. I'll make this declaration that we're bought and we're sold for English gold. Such a parcel of robes in a nation.
Absolute beautiful quality stuff there. Only person madder than me on the huddleboard I play that for, Jack McCarrop, even though he slandered me, saying he doesn't have much success when he requests tunes on here. Absolutely shocking. But there you go. I love this wee ditty tune there, beautiful.
Someone, my lord, your time has come right between the eyes. Felled his master not by chance, away with pomp and circumstance. Come join our merry dance to the rhythm of goodbye. Farewell the jewel crown, farewell the velvet gown. Watch it all come tumbling down. Goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the king of nothing really. Wave of a hand and a life of Riley. Pot Nazi, Pot King Billy. Goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the dear old mum, mummified on gin and rum. Smile and wave and just play dumb. Goodbye to the crown. Farewell the jewel crown, farewell the velvet gown. Watch it all come tumbling down. Goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the crown.
Right, we're back. A little bit of silence there, sponsored by our friends in the Noise Abatement Society. That's just to keep me on the cam. Stay calm, stay calm. Hate that when that happens. I'm in doing other stuff, other pages. Computer's running 10 to the dozen here. And I just realised there, I don't even, Unlimited Europe, I've got Unlimited Europe for 1 month. But I'm not sure if I get calls to Poland. I was going to phone Leisure Warsaw. One of my call packages fell off. The wee cheap one for an Ayrton Senna. That one fell off there the other day. I'll get it back on. But that was, I calls to America. Can I phone the US? I don't think I'll be able to phone Switzerland. I don't know. What countries does it go? Unlimited calls in these destinations. Let's see. So I can phone one. Oh, away you go. Something went wrong. Oops. I think I've only got, I know I can phone landlines and mobiles here. I think it's only like 5 countries. The world one, maybe it might be, I can't get into it. Service unavailable. Away you to France. Hold on, prices, premiums. Right. Sugar me. Right, hold on. The only thing to do is to try it, right. Leisure Warsaw, there's that Polish number I got the other day. I think that was it there. Anyone in Poland? Hold on, 27, that might be South Africa, isn't it? I need to close some of these pages down here. 84 minutes gone, Korea 2, Mexico 1. The ponytail divas, there's hundreds of them with the Mexican, they've got hundreds of ponytails. The South Koreans are wearing it on a, I don't know, a mad 70s bop, bebop baluba. Mad buffets. There's only one of them with a ponytail, but all the Mexicans have got all ponies. Long throw in there down the side. 3-0 to Celtic last night. Was it quality stuff? I had it on for a wee bit, but I missed the goals. I missed the second half. I watched the first half. I missed the second. I wasn't up to much the first, was it? Oh, here we go. South Korea through round the goalkeeper, 3-1, home and hosed, 85 minutes, no, offside. Offside there. The linesman's actually a lineswoman. The referee is actually a woman as well. With a wee ponytail. Quality stuff here, women's football. On a Thursday morning, commentary from a crackpot. League human, yellow card for that effort, putting the ball in the onion bag out. And Lee get a yellow card. There you go. The manager there is a geezer. He's a geezer. It wasn't Caesar the geezer, but it could be Neil Lennon's job soon. He's touting his wares like a tart on Suckham Hall Street these days, isn't he? He's giving it big licks up Suckham Ball Street. I'll even go to the championship. Stay calm there, Neil. That's what you employ your agent for, Mr. Riley. Right, UEFA agents, I should phone him. I'm trying to get into with my subscription. With my subscription, I had a subscription. Right, it wouldn't tell me what country, so I'm just trying to get back here. I've got too many pages, I need to shut some of these down. Right, failing that, I was just going to get the phone book out and hit it. We'll do some calls. Enough of this faffing about. Phone book out, independence calls. Right, add a subscription, right, I'm just getting this, right, I'm going to shut these pages down. Right, I've got far too many pages here, we'll sort that now. Why did they give her a yellow card? Poor lassie get a yellow card for running the ball in the net, only doing what she was paid for. It's not as if they're getting paid Cristiano Ronaldo rates, are they? Poor lassie get a yellow card for that. That means shocking. Right, here we go. What countries can we get? Find a country. Right, Poland. I need to see what package this Poland one's on. Tell me it's on the man. I've got unlimited world, unlimited Europe. No. It's on that unlimited world one. Shit. Right, I guess it's just get the phone book out. We can phone the UK. We can phone anywhere in the UK. Right, we want Paul the Tim's number. So we're looking for Paul the Tim. We gave up on Pedro the Fenian. The Fenian hand. Right, but we'll listen to this. It's going back a good few years now. But this is as good as an advert for us. We don't need no adverts.
You were buried in the Republican plot of Londonderry Cemetery.
There were scuffles with the police as the body of 19-year-old William Fleming was taken from his home. The RUC wanted to ensure that the coffin wasn't covered by the Irish tricolour, which is illegal in Northern Ireland. Support for the IRA in this staunchly Republican ghetto of the Cregan is undisputed. When the funeral of William Fleming and the other IRA man, Danny Doherty, converged, then came a chilling display of firepower. In the heart of the Cregan, the police were nowhere to be seen. The IRA's firing party quickly disappeared.
Then masked gunmen fired a volley of shots over the coffins.
Then they marched, carrying the coffins to the cemetery, and with them the message that even though 2 of their men were dead, the IRA have plenty more to replace them. Michael Macmillan, ITN, in Northern Ireland.
Loyalist politicians have claimed the police were humiliated by the IRA's ability to fire a volley of automatic shots over the coffins on Saturday.
Hold the line, hold the line.
A man detained after the incident has been released without charge. The IUC say a full report is being prepared for the Chief Constable.
The IRA fired a volley of shots over the coffin of Kieran Fleming, aged 25, who drowned in the River Bannock 3 weeks ago trying to escape to the Republic after a gun battle between the SAS and the IRA. Fleming was convicted of the murder of a reserve policewoman in 1976 and escaped from the Maze prison 15 months ago.
Police had laid virtual siege to the IRA man's home, obviously determined not to let the provost stage a repeat of the paramilitary funeral they gave his cousin shot by the SAS 2 weeks ago. The almost inevitable trouble quickly exploded as police and mourners exchanged punches in the tiny alleyways outside Fleming's home in a small Republican housing estate in the heart of the Loyalist Waterside area of Londonderry. 2 policemen who were isolated from their colleagues at the back of the house were beaten and kicked. But as police drew their batons, the fighting spread all around the house.
The trouble broke out at the funeral of Kieran Fleming. He was drowned 3 weeks ago trying to swim a river to the Irish Republic after a gun battle with security forces.
The trouble began even before Kieran Fleming's coffin left his family's home in the predominantly Republican Gobnascale estate. Mourners and police jostled, then the crowd attacked with stones, bottles and sticks. The police moved in with batons, and as the disturbance spread through the estate, several people were arrested but let go almost immediately. Bricks and paving slabs were also thrown at the security forces. Despite appeals for calm from leading members of Sinn Féin who were among the mourners, the violence continued. The police responded by baton charging the crowd. Changed direction several times on its way through the city centre, as the security forces blocked off its intended route. An Irish flag was draped over the coffin. Then, in the dusk, masked men appeared from the crowd and fired a volley of shots, before disappearing quickly into the bogside. Afterwards, Kieran Fleming was buried in the Republican plot in the city cemetery.
The Michael Wayne family home at Knocknatscullion near Scottstown was the setting for an IRA show of strength. Hundreds had gathered at the remote hillside farm for the funeral of IRA killer Seamus Michael Wayne. He was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of a UDR corporal and a policeman. But one of 38 IRA prisoners who escaped from the Maze prison in September 1983, Michael Wayne fled to the Republic. According to the IRA, it was well known in the Monaghan border area that Michael Wayne was still deeply involved in the IRA. 3 of the masked and uniformed group which flanked the hearse moved to one side and fired a volley of shots from pistols before the cortege finally left for the church 2 miles away in Scottstown.
More reporting. Well, Seamus Michael Wayne was one of 38 Republicans who tried to escape from the Maze prison 2.5 years ago. Since then, he's been on the run throughout the time. His death means there are now 12 Maze escapers who are still at large.
They came from all over Ireland's border country to honour a man these people hold as a local hero, the most notorious IRA gunman since the hunger striker Francis Hughes. County Monaghan's a Republican stronghold, and the death of Seamus McElwain is deeply felt. Over the coffin, shots suddenly rang out.
The paramilitary display was at McElwain's funeral in County Monaghan this afternoon.
Led by a lone piper, 9 masked IRA members, including 2 women, as well as uniformed members of the Young Fianna, flanked the coffin of the man the IRA described as a courageous soldier. The tricolour and black flags flew at half-mast all along the funeral route as hundreds more waited to join the cortege.
Military trappings at the funeral of Gerard Loeb was 2 hours late, leaving his home at Rose Court in the Waterside's Gobnascale estate.
By 9 o'clock this morning, the police were out in strength in Gobnascale. Most of them were in riot gear. At one stage, 75 Land Rovers were counted as the funeral made its slow progress from Gobnascale across the river to Long Tower Church. By this time, the number of people in the cortege had grown. While the police stayed outside the church grounds, the paramilitary display was held to the cheers of onlookers. As the funeral continued, there were minor scuffles between mourners and the police.
It was not until the funeral had crossed Craigavon Bridge that the tricolour was put on the coffin, but the real show of paramount, the tricolour, berry and gloves were placed on the coffin, and 2 hooded and fired a dozen shots in the air. As the onlookers cheered the gesture of defiance, the gunmen disappeared again, and police did not make any move. There were minor scuffles between police and mourners as the procession continued to the city cemetery, but no serious incidents.
In Derry's hills they mourn the son, a brave young Irish soldier's gone. That flame he carried still burns on. For Houston's son forever, freedom's gun has come at last. Justice far and justice past, captivity is dying fast. For Houston's son forever, O guardian of our hills and dales, Tyrone and Derry love you well. No tortured in that age blood cell. For Houston's son forever, freedom's gun has come at last. Justice far and justice past, captivity is dying fast. For Houston's son forever, the scourge of Ireland's enemies, the SAS and IUC, unconquered still, your spirit's free. For Gooseland's son forever, freedom's gun has come at last. Justice far and justice past, your tyranny is dying fast. For Gooseland's son forever, brave Francis Hughes, we're with us yet. Your murderers we will not forget. They feared you then, they fear you yet. For Gooseland's son forever, freedom's gun has come at last. Justice far and justice past, your tyranny is dying fast. For Gooseland's son forever, Gooseland's son forever.
I just can't get enough of that song. The spirit of freedom lives on forever. When they die, do you pick up their banner? When the freedom fighters die, when the truth seekers die, when the people who speak the truth, these days, when the things are so bad, just telling the truth is a revolutionary act. So the best thing to do is get out there and tell the truth. Right, one last wee tune here, we're going to hit the phones now. Here's another lovely wee tune. In fact, we're going to another one after this because we're just uploading a tune for Jack McCarrock. He's bold enough to ask for another one, and he's got a cracker coming up as well. But we'll get the calls going, then we'll intercede the calls with his next request in a bit. Should not be too long. Right, stay there. Till 10 to till 10. It's 10 to 11. Retweet to retweet.
As the sun was setting o'er the bright May meadows of Shelmalier, a rebel hand set the heather blazing and brought the neighbours from far and near. Then Father Murphy from old Kilcormac Cormac spurred up the rocks with a warning cry. Armand, he cried, for I've come to lead you for Ireland's freedom. We'll fight and die. He led us on against the coming soldiers, the cowardly old men we put to flight. It was at the Harrow, the boys of Wexford showed Bucky's regiment how men could fight. Look out for hirelings, King George of England. Search every country where breathes a slave for Father Murphy. From the county Wexford sweeps o'er the land like a mighty wave. At Vinegar Hill, o'er the pleasant Slaney, our heroes vainly stood back to back, and the O's at Tullow took Father Murphy, and they burned his body upon the rack. God grant you glory, brave Father Murphy, and open heaven to all your men, for the cause that called you may call tomorrow in another fight for the green again.
Hello?
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 Yes, this is Hector Stevenson. We're from the British government.
Hello?
Yes, hello, this is Hector Stevenson from the British government. We believe that you're posting stuff on the huddle board about paedophilia, about the British state. Is this correct? Right. Right. Hector Stevenson here.
Hello?
Hello? Right. Oh, well, upwards. Right, we're phoning Hamilton here now. Right. We'll phone the old Chuck Meister back in a bit. Right. Right, best Bib and Tucker here. We'll phone.
Hello, you're not.
We're back on the Independence Trail here. Jimmy Albert at your service. Jimmy Albert. And I've turned off the Eurosport there. It was getting too heavy. It was the English women's team that was getting a turn out. I need to draw the line when it gets to that. I mean, I'm an equal opportunity crackpot, but come on to France. Sitting here is Jimmy Alba. Can't be watching England, can we? Jimmy Alba doesn't do English football, woman or no. Hello? And that was the phone line of Mark from Mindy's. Poor old Robin Williams there. Good morning, Ho Chi Minh. What a brilliant guy, yeah. I watched one of these comedy stand-ups as I was turning myself in that night. Absolutely, I couldn't get to sleep. The guy was just boom, 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 boom. The jokes just came flowing out there. The guy's a genius. Absolute genius. Just goes to show you. You can have all the money in the world. It means nothing. You can.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was just regards the referendum.
Aha.
I was just here to ask you a couple of quick questions. Are you intending to vote in a referendum, or have you decided?
Yes.
Are you decided? Are you undecided as to what way you're going so far?
I'm not sure, but probably yes.
Yeah. No. Well, the reason why I was phoning was because for myself, I was thinking of going for the No campaign up to a few months ago, but I kind of, having listened to all the negative politicians talking and saying Scotland can't do this and can't do that, I thought, well, of course we can. So I thought, well, I'm now for the Yes campaign because of this. I looked into it and thought, well, Yes seems the way forward. So I'm just doing this. I'm no politician. I'm no part of any party or political party. I'm just doing this off my own back, just to phone up people in the next few weeks and just, to try and convince people who are in the Yes or in the undecided or No campaign to become part of the Yes. So you think you're going to be voting Yes yourself then, sir?
I think so.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Okay.
How's your friends and family? Are they likewise as well? Or are you trying to convince as many people as well?
Mixture.
Well, as I say, keep up the good work, because it's a community thing. The more people we convince, then the better chance we've got. But anyway, I'll let you go. I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Right, we better phone about it. Just wanted to make sure the number was working. Right, we'll phone the mad dog.
This is the Vodafone voicemail.
Right, at least he knows it's me now. Right. Any deals on for 50? Right. I think the UEFA try to serious. I'm still looking here. Is it 360 quid for a day trip to Maribor? Really? That's just scandalous, isn't it? Does it come with a bonnet? That is the question. Do you get a free bonnet with that? We want to know these questions. Where do we put that question to? Well, I'm not phoning Celtic Park anymore. If you crackpots want to phone, batter right fecking in. Batter right in. Right. Oh, who's that? What's going down here? Right. Testing, is this thing on? Feely, 1888. Yeah, we'll call this that job here, right? Just testing it for him, I don't. Right, I'm just putting a... Oh shoot, that's the wrong one. We don't want a ninja, we want a... I like the wee emotions on it, we want a dancing one. I like the wee emotions, hold on. Talking about emotions, what time is it over? It's 6 bells. What time is it over in Canada? Talking about wee emotions on the Skype. Somebody likes sending emotions. I'll send one now. Good morning, Toronto. Right. Change the number back. The back to like call. So we've got a yes, we get a committed yes voter. And we'll go on for our second yes. Still no news. Transfer window, 18 days, 11 hours, 57 minutes. So far, English football spent 583, 950,000, 500 and nearly 600 million. 600 million. Of that 600 million, Celtic take 10 million. We have sold ourselves short for Fraser Forster. We better have put in a sell-on fee of at least 10-20%. 20% I would say sell-on fee. When he goes for 20 million, 25 million. That's quite dear for a keeper actually, isn't it? I think it's a British record for a keeper. But the boy's got it. He has got talent. He has come on leaps and bounds since he came to us anyway.
Hello?
Oh, hello, good morning. Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alban. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was just regarding...
No, that doesn't mean anything.
All right, no, but what it was, I'll tell you why I'm phoning quickly. I was just phoning regarding the up-and-coming referendum in the next few weeks.
No, I'm not willing to discuss that on the phone. OK, thanks, Jimmy, for phoning, but no, sorry.
No
Bye.
problem. Take care, bye. You didn't know what I wanted to discuss, but since you used the name Jimmy, then thank you very much. See you, Jimmy. I'll no stick it on you if you don't vote yes, but it's going to be a bad trip if you don't. Right, what he's all doing out there to convince the next person. Currently phoning Larkhall, Stonehouse. Hamilton, Larkhall, Stonehouse.
Hello, we're not available now. Please
Clearly. First pages. This next one, Stonehouse. Only because we've reached the bottom of the page and I was trying to get a new one open, I let this call go so long. Now, 5 ring sting rule has been implemented. No Portuguese time wasters allowed. That 5, we've been counting 6. It's got to be like 5, right? Off. Right, we're not even going to bother looking to see what the problem is with that. Right, I've gave up on the English girls football, sadly. I'm not into that. Since we're doing a Scottish independence campaign, we can't be having that. So we're tackling the 5th estate, the 4th estate. Sorry, no, I'm getting confused. The 4th estate is the media. The 5th column.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment.
The 5th column of British Bastion rule. And that is out in Larkhall. In fact, there's no many Larkhall numbers here. Because we've not got the 555. Off. Right in a minute.
Did you see him as he came down the Gorgie? Way out the Lebanon, not for a day. Young man is coming, now the whole town is turning out. We'll all sure he'll win back to Glasgow today. Join us in orders and march into Claybank. Come on now and hear him, get the old flag to bide. Come out, Jock and Jimmy, leave your cranes and your buckle gantries. Great John McLean is coming home to Clyde. Argyle Street and London Road to route that man. finished, I'll away home to Springburn. Come in for your tea, John, would soon have you fed. It's hard work that's speaking, but I'm sure you'll be tired tonight. I'll sleep on the floor, man, gauge on my bed. The whole city's quiet, it knows that he's resting, and home with his Glasgow friends of joy and their pride. The red banners waving, Scotland will march again. Now the great John McLean has come home to the Clyde.
Finished, now foreign lands to seize. So the greedy eye of England is turning towards the seas. 200 miles from Donegal, there's a place that's called Rockall, and the groping hands of Whitehall grabbing at its walls.
Oh, rock on, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise and plug your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass, blow you all to hell.
This rock is part of Ireland, for it's written in folklore. Finn McCool took a sod of grass, he threw it to the fore. Then he tossed the pebble across the sea. Wherever did it fall, for the sod became the Isle of Man, the pebbles called Rockall.
Oh, rock on, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise to pluck your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass and blow you all to hell.
Oh, the seas will not be silent while Britannia grabs the waves. Remember that the Irish will no longer be your slaves. Remember that Britannia well, she rules the waves no more. Keep your hands off Rockall, it's Irish to the core.
Oh, rock on, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise and pluck your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass and blow you all to hell. Oh, rock on, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise and pluck your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass, blow you all to hell.
Right, we're back. Sorry about that. It's a bit of personal business to sort out there, but now we've sorted that. Oh, any decision made? I'm on the old Sporty News channel, but nothing so far. No ruling from UEFA. I think they said it would be known once Leisure Warsaw have made their feelings or whatever. So I dare say they've probably told Leisure Warsaw to get to, and they're still throwing a hissy fit. They're refusing to get out of the office.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alban. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014.
No, I'm not interested.
It was just regarding the referendum coming up in a few weeks' time.
Aye.
It was just to see if you made your decision yet, if you'd intended
No, I
to
made my
vote.
decision right for day one. My decision is I'll be voting no.
All right, no problem. The reason why I was phoning, sir, was just to speak to people regarding that. I was thinking of voting no myself, but I decided, having listened to the politicians with their negative campaigning, I would maybe think of voting yes.
No, well, I'm not be voting yes. Bye.
Right. The first bit of serious resistance there, what do you reckon? I'll not be voting yes. Why not? Why not? Don't I get a discussion? It's not a problem. We move on. I don't know what number was that. Just make sure we don't phone it back again. His first name was actually Chaz there. Chaz. The bold Chaz. I've lost the page here. Where did it went to? Oh, you're having a laugh. Come on. Yeah, I've just lost the page here. I was just looking at Chaz's number. Text number. I don't like text number. James should phone back and go, look, Chaz. In fact, should I phone him my 1888 number? I'll phone my 1888. Come on, Lark Call. Where art thou, Lark Call? Come out to you zombies. Jimmy Alba's about.
Welcome to the Sky voicemail of 0169.
No. Can't be doing that. D United top 6 points we played in. Fourth. Celtic fourth. The game we was.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, boy. It's Jimmy Alba here from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was just regarding the referendum coming up in a few weeks, in about 5 weeks' time. It was just to say, have you intended to vote and have you decided which way yet?
Yes, I know what way I'm going.
You don't mind sharing with me? You intend to be yes, no,
sorry,
or
I'll
decided?
keep that to myself, thank you.
Oh, listen, I appreciate that. A lot of people are like that. I'll explain very quickly and I'll get off your line the reason why I was phoning you. I'm phoning out of I'm not part of any party, I'm just phoning out my own back. I used to be part of, thinking I was going to vote for no, and then listen to all the politicians saying, you know, we can't do this or we can't do that in Scotland. I decided to look out the information myself, and now I'm part of the Yes campaign, if you like, and as I say, I'm doing this off my own back. No working for anybody, just doing this off my own back, because I think that, Scotland might be better placed having a better democratic system. Currently, if you look at it, we've got 2 Chinese pandas and 1 Tory MP, yet we get a Tory government, which I don't think personally is anything good or anywhere near about a democratic system that Scotland should have. Hence the reason why I'm phoning your good self today, sir. It was just to say, you know, a lot of the stuff, the politicians, have you found that the campaign has been a bit too negative for your liking?
Totally negative.
That was one of the reasons why I was doing it, to cut through, you know, having looked at it for the last few months myself, to cut through, and if anybody's looking for the undecided amongst the people out there to say, you know, what information, like the currency, you know, a lot of the stuff with the currency, the way I look at it, well, the Isle of Man, a country that a wee small place like that has got their own independent pound. They've got the Isle of Man pound, Jersey, Guernsey. So if these wee places are part of these isles can have their own pound, I reckon Scotland can do the same. But, you know, a lot of the stuff like that, that's why I looked into it, thinking, well, you know, what is this pound all about? What is this all about? The oil, looked into the oil stuff, you know. There's the stuff that Salmon keeps saying, is that true about the Norwegians having this slush fund? And that seems to be true. They invested their money into the oil, into their own stuff there. So, you know, I just think that Scotland could do a lot better, because there's too many food banks. I mean, the stuff he said about the food banks, I stay in Glasgow myself, there's food banks everywhere. So just looking at the stuff, you know, I think we can do it. As I say, I'm sorry to bother you this time, so I wasn't to really push you or to find out anything, but you agreed with myself, there's too much negativity out there, aye?
Oh, there's too much negativity on both sides.
Aye, and both sides, I have to give you that. I mean, even though I'm saying for the yes, a lot of the side, a lot of the people out there that's undecided don't even like salmon, and say, well, you know...
But you're not voting for salmon.
I know you're not, it's not a salmon vote, but a lot of people don't even see it like that. That's what I'm saying. People are out there.
That's the thing. No, it's not. You're not voting for salmon. You're voting for independence or not for independence. You're not voting for salmon, the SNP or anybody, because the chances are, as soon as this is finished, if it is a yes vote, you could have anybody in power. So it's immaterial whether it's salmon or whether it's any of these other idiots that are in the Scottish, that lead the Scottish Parliament, should I say.
I know.
They're just English people in disguise, to be quite honest.
And do you reckon, I mean, the thing that I'm hoping for as well is that if we do get a yes, that the Parliament is designed for the little guy to have its say. I mean, it's a bit of a misnomer that was happened, that the SNP have got their own... the way they got elected there, it's probably because the Scottish people did want this, you know, independence vote. So it's a good thing, really, that it augurs well that so many people wanted it. But do you think that the SNP will split because of a one-party ticket? You know, do you think their party will become smaller and other parties will rise because of the...
No, I don't think so.
Do you think they'll still be as strong, aye?
I think it'll still be the four. It'll still be in Scotland, it'll still be the four parties, and whether it's independent or not.
Because the way I was looking at it, if you remember the first Parliament, they called it the kind of Rainbow Coalition. It was Tommy Sheridan and the Greens and a lot of independents. And the way that Parliament is set up, because it's not only first past the post, I reckon that if the SNP become a bit less stronger, which I think is a given, because the main thing that they're there for is, you know, independence, and if they get that, I think that they'll become a bit weaker, and already you can see that the Labour and the Tories and the Liberals, they don't have much popularity compared to what they have down in England. So I reckon that we could have a different kind of Parliament that might be a bit better, but who knows?
I don't know. That's obviously something we would have to wait and see what happens.
I know.
You know what I mean? But we'll just need to, as I say, wait and see how it goes.
Good, I hear what you're saying. Only 5 weeks to go, but listen, as I say, I was out, just as I said, I'm out doing a fishing expedition, and out myself, just finding out the pulse of the nation, what way people are going, and try to find people who are kind of undecided or you know, are swithering about what the way it's going. But it seems like you're kind of half decided. Are you fully decided yourself?
I'm I've totally decided.
Can I make a guess? You don't have to confirm it. I would say you're kind of on the yes side, if I might say so.
I'm saying nothing.
No problem at all.
I have decided, but I'm not saying anything.
No,
that's
listen,
my business.
No problem. The way I look at it, I've got so in my head says so many reasons for not voting it, but I just look to my heart thinking, well, Scotland can do a lot of things, and I think we can make our own system better. But it's not even about hating England or wanting to break the union. I don't think. I think it's just a case of, you know, we can develop a new union, but Scotland just be instead of being a little brother and looked down upon, I think, from a bigger brother down in England, I think we can have a new relationship where we can say, well, we can do things more ourselves and maybe gain a bit more respect, but that's just my thoughts. But listen, I'll leave it with you just now, son, and take care
Right,
of you.
okay, doke then.
All the best.
Right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, what was your guess? Was he yes or no? I think it was a yes. Right. Not willing to that. Right. That sounded like somebody was picking it up there. Maybe I was done. But we're not going to waste time here. Right. We're going to interrupt this referendum phone out show in just a few seconds. Not the show, but just we're going to make a different type of call. We'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. Just a wee quick break. I need to go and track down something here. I need to track down.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Albert. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014.
Uh-huh.
It was just, well, I was here regarding, just to ask a few quick questions regarding the upcoming referendum. I was just to see if you've decided, are you going to vote in the referendum?
Oh, definitely, I'm going to vote.
And, well, the next question I was going to ask that follows after that is usually, are you decided?
It's going to be a no.
I know.
I know.
Well, listen, I was kind of the same mind like yourself up until a few months ago, but then listened to so much of the negative MPs who helped cause so many problems in the country, saying, oh no, Scotland can't do this and Scotland can't do that. I thought, well...
I do believe that we could do it, but it would be a cost to us. So I think we're better together.
Well, do you know, in some way, I still think that we're still going to be together, even if we vote for independence, because I don't think it's about stopping the union or stopping us being close with our English brothers, because, I mean, I lived down there for 6 years. I have no problem.
I've got a son in England too, I know, and he keeps saying to me, has he to get a passport to come here?
You always need a passport when you're kicking about Glasgow and Scotland anyway. It's always highly advised, you know. Even if they don't say it in the tourist board, I would always take your passport just so that if it's one of the wee chip things, they can still locate you, you know. So it's always advisable, especially if you're an Anglified Scot, you're always better to bring a passport. So just tell them anyway, you're always advised to take it, just in case you get lost, you know. He's Anglified Scot.
There's a lot of English people and they're giving me a lot of stick.
Good. No, well, I agree with you in a way. I mean, I don't think... Well, the way I used to think about it is, yeah, we would be better together, as I say, up to about 6 months ago, and then having a discussion with one of my friends, and he kind of convinced me, and then I looked into it, well, he kind of half convinced me, and then I had to go away and look at it, and then I fully convinced myself to the level that I'm now doing this off. I'm no part of SNP or any political party. I'm just a...
Personally, I don't like Alex Salmond.
Don't like him myself.
I definitely don't like him.
No, he's a pain in the...
He's out for what he can get for himself.
You're right.
That's my opinion.
But he's a politician, isn't he? They're all the same. But the thing...
So I don't think you're going to convince me just now. No, I think I'm going to stick with my no.
Well, listen, you sound like a person who's thinking, well, if you think of things logically and look at things through your head and analyse it, then I would probably go with yourself and vote no. But the way I looked at it, I'm looking at my heart and I'm choosing hope over fear. Instead of thinking, no, we can't do this or we can't do that, I'm looking at it for the fact that how bad can it get? They've got so many food banks here in Scotland, the austerity measures at the Tory government. If you look at the Tory government...
Listen to me, I'm going to tell you about the food banks. There's a lot of people do not help themselves. Do not go out to help themselves.
True.
Half of those folk, I bet you, that go to food banks, their mothers and fathers can still go to the pub and smoke.
But there's a lot of people. The reason why there's a lot of people out there is because of the way the benefit cuts. People have been kicked off. I mean, granted, a lot of people are swinging the lead, especially a lot of people who are sick. But there is a lot of evidence that a lot of people who are really sick, who really get physical and mental problems, are being picked upon and they get kicked off, and it can last for anywhere for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months.
Oh,
and
yes, I know.
so there is a lot of people out there that doesn't have to get.
There is genuine cases, but there is the other ones too.
Oh, you better believe it. The amount of people swinging the lead in this country is beyond belief. That's why the way I look at it, I mean, the immigration problem, the reason why so many countries like Germany and France says we don't want a lot of the Eastern Europeans was because they didn't have they could obviously see in their economies that they didn't have enough room. But this country, obviously in its wisdom, looked at it and said, we need all these people from Eastern Europe. And the reason why I think it was because there was too many work-shy people in Britain who refused to work. Maybe because some of them are lazy, but maybe because the system doesn't work. Because if you only get paid an extra 10 or 5 or 15 pound a week, what incentive is it for people to go and take a job? They might as well just sit there and do nothing and watch Jeremy Kyle, which a lot of people do. So that's why I reckon they allowed all these Eastern European people to come in. So I reckon it's the government doesn't know what it's doing at the best of time. And yeah, you're right, maybe Alex Salmond doesn't know what he's doing as well, but do you reckon he's as bad as his Westminster counterparts?
Well, I think they're not hard with the same brush, actually, but never mind. There's just something about them.
But then, do you think that if the
I mean, on saying that, I should not paste that on the man himself.
No,
you know what I mean? The SNP party on him. But I just don't like him. And I didn't think he came across very well in his debate in the television.
No, he's no. I don't think he's a proper debater. He's a politician, but he's not a good debater. And he's either you either like him or you don't like him. And I'm a bit like yourself. I don't like him either in a way because I'm singing the same hymn sheet. But I'm hoping that once I
really don't like his sidekick either.
Oh, Sturgeon. Oh, God help us, I know. They've not got a lot going for them, I know. But the thing I was hoping for, right, was that if they got this independence, then that party would become more of an irrelevance because they've been kicking about for, 60, 80 years. I mean, since Loch Ness Monster was a bairn, the SNP have been kicking about, it seems. But I think that they might evaporate, or that a lot of the support will stop because the last time they get elected, and they really broke, because this Parliament is no like Westminster where it's the first past the post, one person, one vote. This is a structure where the little guy like Tommy Sheridan and the Green Party...
He's another one I don't like.
Oh, I know. Who do you like? You're as bad as myself. Who do you like out there?
Well, I really don't know you.
You don't know me? Would you like me then? As long as you like me. If you like to cut a magic, then keep me on the line. No, but listen, I was only here to try and say that I'm voting with my heart. I looked into it, and everything that you're saying now, I'm half agreeing with you, right? But it's just that I'm looking at a wee bit different. That it's not about getting away from the union. Alex Salmond has said that he's going to stay with the Queen as the head of state. So it's not about changing too much on that side. And I think it's just a case of getting more democracy for Scotland and having some powers that we've no got, but we're still going to...
Why not stay within the union and try and get some more powers?
Well, I think that's what we've got just now, and I think because what happens if that Parliament with Alex Salmond's the head of the now, if they pass a law, then it gets passed down to England, and then what England do or the Westminster do, if they don't like it, then they can just say, well, we're not signing it, and then it becomes worthless. So and if the Scottish Parliament wants anything, it's got to go to Westminster cap in hand, and I don't think that's any proper democracy or relationship to happen. That if we vote yes, then Cameron and the Westminster government is committed to going into talks with us and developing a consensus, similar to what Liberals and Tories did, and they came to a consensus and have managed to get a government. So the Tories will be forced to sit down with Salmond and come to an agreement where it's not going to be I mean, they're talking about the break-up of the union. It's going to be a different union. So we're not going to sort of, at Hadrian's Wall, take out a chainsaw and cut Scotland off, and we'll drift off to the North Sea and take our oil. They'll have to negotiate the oil. They'll have to negotiate the currency. And we're always going to have a border. We're always going to be, you've got family down there, I've got family. We're going to have to come up. We're going to have to do business with them. So it's just going to be a different union that we're going to have. And that's the way I look at it. It's no...
I mean, we need England, and England need us.
But we need to be treated...
It just comes to that, doesn't it?
But I would say, yeah. But
we
then...
want to depend on each other in a lot of things.
But would you not say that we need to have a different relationship that's not treated in a terrible way? Because, I mean, you go back to the poll tax and how we got it first, but there's a lot of things that Scotland don't seem to get. You look at London, a place of about 10 million people, but there's a booming economy, and you hear them talking about it now, and they talk about a booming economy, but that means nothing up here for the people who are living with no a pot to pee in, basically. Sorry for the language, but but when you hear all England getting this and London getting that, you think, well, how are we no benefiting better for the oil boom that is currently happening for London? Because there's nothing that Britain makes or produces. I mean, they've got the financial stuff down in London, but what does Britain really produce? I mean, the only thing we've got of note is the oil. And that's what I'm saying. Most of the benefit happens a wee place.
How long is the oil going to last?
Well, probably as long as we've had it so far. And the Norwegian government, and I looked into what Salmon says about the Norwegian government, and it is true, regardless if we don't like him, he does speak some truths, and what he spoke about the Norwegian government, they've got a fund on the stock market or something like that, that's one of the biggest out there, bigger than even the Saudis, or the Arabs that have got, and they've took that money for the oil and put it in and invested it in their people. So it means that there's no people there starving or having to choose between heating or eating. There's no people freezing to death. Like 30,000 pensioners die each year in this country, in Britain, because they can't afford to heat. But there's nothing like that happened in Norway. I mean, they're even colder. So they subsidise their people there, look after their people. The tax burden, I mean, well, it's quite expensive to live over there, and the taxes are quite high, but they get paid a good wage. And the country, because it's only about 5-6 million like Scotland, they're able to look after their people better. And that's the thing, even though I don't like salmon, I can see...
I'm a pensioner, I'm 78 years old, and I'm not living in poverty.
No.
I worked all my days, I've worked for what I've got, I was never in the brew. I think I drew the National Health Service money once. I mean, I have a Super Ann pension because I work for the council. And, I mean, I don't think pensioners, how you're making them out, pensions are not as poor as you're all making them out to be.
Well, I just go, my wee lovely ma, she's 68, and she just, God love her, she turned that there last month, so she's 10 years junior on you, and, well, she's not in poverty, and she's not sitting there in the bed line, she's not freezing, and she's not starving herself, but I know for a fact that when she gets hit with a factoring bill for the local council because she owns her house, and a lot of the stuff that happens, like she's no, well, she's struggling like everybody else. She's got to pay her bills like everybody else, so. But it's.
Well, I own a house too.
Aye, well, it's not a land of bed and roses for everybody. I mean, and especially pensioners or students.
No,
it's
but listen, I need to go anywhere. I can't talk any longer with you because I've got to be at the hairdresser's for 12:15.
Brilliant. God love you. Listen.
Getting pampered.
Sorry.
This is my day for getting pampered to get my hair done.
Quite right. Well, even this is why I'm phoning you now. This is part of your pampering exercise here. I'm here.
Oh, there you go. You're harassing me.
I'm not. This is pampering. That we're just saying to you, you're a valued member of Scotland, and we would love you to vote yes. Just follow your heart, because I can see your heart.
At the moment, I'm still in the no, but I could change my mind. I don't know yet, but at the moment, it's a no.
Well, we'll get 5 weeks. You go and have your lovely pampering day and get your hair done, and maybe speak to you. God bless and take care.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Bye. I had to say what was that? I thought she was a way to get tampered. Dear God, it's either get a Tampax or get tampered with. But no, she's a way to get pampered. Yes, so she should. Wee woman of 78, she deserved to get pampered down the hairdressers. Away and get pampered, hen. Away and get pampered with this hallelujah. I'm saving her number. She can be convinced. Right, just don't phone in the pampering day. A Thursday, we'll phone her back every Thursday to the fucking phone her on the election day and the Thursday as well. The election special, a 24-hour broadcast. We're staying morning, noon and night. To the polls, after the polls. It's the next day in the morning, isn't it? So Thursday, Friday morning, we'll get to know what happened. Here we go. Hallelujah, we'll be singing with it. I managed to get that done, and we're back here. Brilliant. And I managed to save that wee woman's number. And I've got her name there, Lark Call, wee woman 78. Maybe no, pampering with her on Thursday. Not tampering, but pampering. Thought, dear God, time we don't need to hear what you're getting tampered with, what day it's getting. Oh, don't go there. Right, I'm away to get another number here. Who shall we phone now? Right. Oh yes, I uploaded a tune here for the Bull Jack. I'm playing these other tunes here. When I've got it and I'm looking for another tune, I want to look for another tune because we've got one right here. For the Bull Jack by Carrot, wherever you are, brother. Second request of the day, just for your good self. You can't wax service like that. Swansea midfielder Pablo Hernandez joins Al Arabiya in Qatar. I've got Swansea. I was calling him Jim. What's his name again? What's his name again? Jenkins. New Jenkins. It begins with an N or something, isn't it? I was calling him Jim. I've actually wrote the name down properly there. They tell him, get his finger out, come back up and buy Big Virgil. Now, we don't want to be selling, we'll leave the selling our players until we're into the Champions League, then we'll sell the family silver. I think that's what the plan is. I mean, let's hope. Our only hope is Maribor do the same stupid trick. We can only hope that they're just a bunch of dafties not watching the TV out there and they've got somebody who's banned. I reckon we put out the reserve team, put out the under-19s that took on the decider match against Liverpool. Remember that a year ago? How could we ever forget? It was about this time last year that I went, wasn't it? Was it? Aye, it was this time last year. Keep thinking this time a couple of years ago I was in Barca watching the Clásico there. The pre-season one, isn't it? And hopefully it's in March, just after St Paddy's Day. I spoke to the Bold Albert and I was on the call. I was looking at the time when the Clásico is, and the one over there, it's March, the end of the season. So God willing, then we'll be selling crackpot packages for Barca, late March. A crackpot Barca special, hopefully. What do you make of that, Real Madrid? I mean, they're just... I mean, it's going to be good seeing Messi. If we can get over his bout of sickness or whatever's the matter with him. And Suarez. See that Suarez signing? I mean, just heard what Albert said. That seems to me that Messi is on the way out or taking a back seat because... Well, here's the goals last night. Stokes.
There was huge controversy minutes later when Ben Mackay fouled to Dirk Britta for a penalty.
Oof. He would do like a blow restrictor.
Minimal contact, but he was sent off for the challenge. He went on scored from the spot. Take it 2-0.
The Zionist takes a penalty, puts down his AK-47 and scores.
Scored a third in Conor McGregor. 3 goals in 5 games this season.
Oof, bad goalie. They all count. Well done, that boy.
Right, Dundee United, well, they made it 2 wins and 2 by big.
I remember watching him in that Football League programme on loan Celtic McGregor. The boy was dynamite last season. He's dynamite this season. Quality stuff. Regardless what you say about wee James Foster, he's going to have plenty of games. He's going to be poor and he's injury prone as well. We can't do nothing about that. I just have to hope and pray he can get to peak fitness and stay there for a period, you know what I mean? Because if he does, then he can get a run of games and he can improve himself. You don't get voted as one of the top players in Europe for nothing. He's got something about him. He's got pace. Bundles of pace. I mean, Didier Agat was shite, all he had was pace, and you can teach a player to cross a ball. Just watched an Aberdeen boy cross a ball into Who's that? Jack for Aberdeen, aye. Practice makes perfect. You run down a wing, somebody plays you a ball, you see somebody in there, you cross it. Look at this, I'm watching the Thistle. Own goal there. Who's that? Dundee, aye. They played Dundee last night. 2-0. Own goal. Let's see. 3-0. Old Jags. We were supposed to play them in the first game, weren't they? Aye. There we go, number 4. Oof. Shooting on sight. They're taking the rip there. Mac B. They're on the Mac B. They're intravenously injected some of that sugar rush Mac B into them. Pure buzzing like feck. Inverness, Dundee, the one they played today. Oh, Ross County. I remember I was working with NTL and I went there for a game, Thistle, Ross County. And it was corporate. Went there for a meal and all that. Mealed up to fuck. Then sat there freezing the front bits off watching the most boring fucking turgid game of football you'd ever seen. I mean, the Highlanders, they might have well took out their fucking Cossacks and fucking danced around their sporrans for the fucking style of football they played. As for the Jags, I mean, they resembled a fucking local junkie, just had his fucking jag. It was the junkie Jags against the fucking McSporran, fucking McTavish, fucking caber slingers. It's not a good fucking feast, mate. Luckily at the time, I could eat what they gave us because it was prior. I could eat any old shite and drink any old shite, so it was more a case of them had 4 salesmen in there for a fucking piss up. Piss up, free feed, free after the bar. Then staggered down to my ma's after it. A good wee day. Apart for the fucking cable tossers and the junkie Jags fucking stoned out their dial. The fuck. Where's my free ticket for it now? I would have took that there, 4-0. I think the game was that bad. I think it was a draw. Can't even remember if it was a goal. Fucking. I think I still got the programme, the complimentary programme. That was the first time I got fucking comps for any game. That's how lucky I was. Must be because I was a poor fucking salesman. I liked doing all the pensioners. The pensioners, selling them was always good. It was always good getting a wee pensioner sales. It was a free discount. I think it was because I was au fait with the pensioner lingo. My wee granny and granda, God love them. I was brought up with them with my ma, so always loved explaining it, getting it over nice, and especially the discount the pensioners had with NTL. You got it in free and you save like £3 a month. There was deals there the pensioners were getting, they're paying about £5 a month and they don't even make any calls, and they were getting a few extra channels. As long as you explained it in a nice, concise way, they weren't going to lose anything. And it was the truth. And if there was a family that were on it, and if there were big phone users, if they had family on it, free calls to your fucking cable numbers. That was a Mr. Pensioner deal. For the amount of pensioners I could get fucking switched onto the cable. Then you had all these high pressing, falutin' fucking sales bastards signing up steel doors. There was chances that came for Telly West, for Lanarkshire, and they came to us. They were fucking set. They took advantage of the Glasgow good nature. They ripped a single fish out the commission of the fucking NTL. Fucked it for us all, by the way. Bastards. Because then they went through everybody's fucking sales for what they were doing. I mean, luckily, I wasn't doing anything as bad or anywhere near as fucking bad as signing up steel doors. I kid you not. Because what they were doing, they found a loophole in the system that if you put through a load of sales at the end, find out all the empties, and then before, well, as soon as it gets to the end of the month, there was a cut-off like 1 day, 2 days, and once that cut-off been done, all the admin had done their work, and the admin was just one lassie, and if you went to her anything, she would open her drawer and go, or open her drawers, she would open her drawers. Well, she would open her drawer and there'd be a little pile of paperwork there. She'd be like, look, fucking need to deal with all this. And that was all the clawback. So they get way behind with the clawback because there's only one person dealing with it. And people were up to piss because it would take them into the middle of the next month before they would take the clawback back, or what they called clawback, which it wasn't a clawback, it's a clawback fuck all. until they realised what was happening. Then they put fucking, everybody was on minus fucking 100 one month, I always remember that. Luckily I was only minus about 20 or 30. There's people on minus about fucking 3,000 or something. Could you not? Aye, and it was because one fucking Fandan, as I say, signed up about 20 steel doors, worked out the loophole, and then how he done it. And he got away with it for a good few months. He was taking about 4 grand, free 4 grand, top line about 4.5 grand. Getting about 70 sales, you get 70 sales plus, you got your targets, fucking 4 grand earnings. So fucking crackpots there were doing fucking into 100, so they were getting fucking maybe 6-7 grand. There was one guy there getting 9 grand a month for fucking sales, chapping on doors. He was a ruthless fucking double glazing salesman. But the Chancellor cunts that came in there and fucked it. Yes, dirty bastards. That's why I got onto these cunts, right? Because these fucking sharp-suited sales fucks come in and they go, oh, the fucking corporate ones for Celtic. So we doing the wee pissy amount of sales, we only get hit with fucking cable tel shitey fucking thistle. Well, at the same time, fucking NTL cable tel were paying Celtic and fucking Sevco all their money. All these fucking salesmen sign up steel doors, we're going to fucking Celtic on the corporate. I get hit with fucking caber tossers and fucking, I'm going to say jobby jabbers, but no, it was just fucking jaggers. Right, enough of my flannel juice and gibberies. Bob Dylan, I'll wait to find a phone number, we need some fun here. Leaving the Independence Trail for a minute, we've still got an hour to go. Tell 10 to tell 10, who's out there? We'll give a mention to Claire Campbell. How you doing? Archie's Army and Arthur Rusk. God bless. Right, Jack McCarrup, if you're still out there, you mad crackpot. Masters of War. What's that? Cheers, Tommy, we'll listen later. 10:47, changed it. Right, you mad crackpot. I'll play this tune for you in a minute. Where are we? Right, we'll wait to dig out a number here. Stay there, back in a minute.
And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Come, you masters of war. You build the big guns. You build a dead plane. You build a dead plane. You build the bombs. You hide behind walls. You hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your mask. You'd have never done nothing but build to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in my hand. You hide from my eyes. And you turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly. Just like Judas of old, you lie and deceive. When a war can be won, you want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain. I see through the water that runs down my drain. You fasten all the triggers for the others to fire. You sit back and watch while the death count gets higher. You hide in your mansion while the young people's blood flows out of their bodies and is buried in the mud. You've known the worst fear can never be hurled. Fear to bring children into the world for threatening my baby. Unborn and unnamed, you ain't worth the blood that runs through your veins. How much do I know? Talk out of turn. You might say that I'm young, you might say I'm unlearned. There's one thing I know, though I'm younger than you, even Jesus would never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? Do you think that it could? I think you will find when your death takes its toll, all the money you made will never buy back your soul. And I hope that you die. Your death will come soon. I'll follow your casket on a paid afternoon, and I'll watch while you're lowered down to your deathbed, and I'll stand over your grave to make sure that you're dead.
Inside the heart, loving us, calling us, protecting us.
Don't give up now.
Oh, yes.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07.
His number. Come on, go on, pick up, you fucking clown. He's back in business again. And you've been at fucking knew it. The cunt is fucking clockwork. Fucking hell. He never picks up. He's fucking back. And that's his old one. Well, that one definitely rang there, didn't it? It fucking was. Come on, you. Pick up.
The Vodafone voicemail service for 078.
Right, hold on. We need to do this in quietness, right? Stay there. Right, yous are getting ditched now. Right, yous bitches are getting ditched. Stay there. Back in a minute. Stay there, back in a minute. Just doing a message, leaving a message. Right, I did what I had to do there. What I don't like doing, left a message. Right, we just have to see. I'm just deleting a few tunes here. If you must know, it was Chuckles. Chuckles, we love a Chuckles. Could be abroad. He is abroad. We'll leave him because we got a message. That was a bold Emmy. Emmy. Right. Is there any message? I've just seen our page here that's been opened just earlier on. There's nothing in official. The official statement will be coming in 50 minutes, I do believe. Wolf. My personal stuff to sort out. Stay there.
The promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Of war.
Right, all sorted. I mean, it's just sent a text back here. Who's this? Ah, fucking. I've no credit to text you back, you fan then. Right, but they're twitchy. He's twitching. I'm out fishing, and they're twitching. Chuckles, message being left. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Polonia fans mock leisure. Flag day roll call for Cardinal Finian. Off. 2 games in, who's for the drop? 2 games in? Well, 2 games in, 5 games in now. Are we not? Casey boy, 2 games in, who's for the drop? Let's see when he put it on. Oh no. I think Ross County, but Tommy Craig will be sacked first. St Mirren for me. Flag day roll call. So who's out there? Who's part of the flag day roll call? You want to see the flag? And if you don't have a bonnet, then get to feck. I'm in, where can I get my bonnet? And yes, I do have a bonnet. It's this with a bonnet, shit. Shove your bonnet up your bahookie. That's what I was saying. Meanwhile, look, there's old Stuart Reagan's number, John Gregg as well. Jim Delahunt, Jack Irvin, Brian Kennedy. Right, come on, I'm just trying to open a few emails here. See if we get any better numbers here. Let's see. Right. No, nothing here. I don't want his number. This email thing's taking forever to change. Come on. Fucking hell, come on. Right. No, nothing there. So the drafts, let's go and see the drafts, right. I've lost where I put all my numbers. Green, yep. Right, if this doesn't pull anything, I'm back to doing the then we're back to the independence calls. Imran Ahmed wants to know who it is. He doesn't want to pick up his phone when I'm abroad, because he's abroad. So we're back on an independence campaign. Jimmy Alba. Tommy G has been retired until the next time.
This is an answering machine. Please leave your message after the tone.
This machine, no shit, Sherlock. Chico. Chico Flores has left Swansea with that other nincompoop to go to Al Arabiya. Now, so 45 minutes till the decision is told to the world. I would imagine that's the same time when the Suarez decision is getting told.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry to bother you. Good afternoon. My name's Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. I was just phoning regarding the referendum in 5 weeks' time. It was just to see if you're intending to vote in the referendum.
Oh, I definitely will vote,
Are you one of the undecideds, or have you decided what way you're going to vote?
No, I've made up my mind, but I like to keep that kind of to myself.
Oh, no problem. But the reason why I was here, I'm not working for any party, I'm no politician, I'm not asking for anything. I was just doing a wee quick survey, and it was to find out that, well, the people who are undecided, I was part of the No campaign until a few months ago, and with all these politicians being negative, I've decided I'm going to vote yes. So because I've got children, I want things better in this country, and thinking we could maybe do a wee bit better, with democracy, I'm decided to vote yes.
Personal opinion.
Sorry?
I personally don't think that, so I've made up my mind. Okay, thank you.
Listen,
Bye.
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm just explaining why I was phoning you, yeah? You can hang up, no problem. Right, I'll go and put my teeth in for the next call. Right, hold on, what was that number? Was that 946? Yes, it was, right. So we can take that other one below. That's that one. Right. Right. Rojo to Sporting Lisbon. Vidal in Sporting Lisbon. Man United. What's he saying here? Vidal for Man United. Arthur Vidal. The Chile boy. I like him. He came out. Oh shit, I've got my number up there. Fuck. Better get my new mold number. Hernandez. Out to Lindergaard. Right, just changing my number there, that's all sorted. Right, where are we? Here. Next number. I'm coming 4 more, and that's the bottom of the page. I'm going to go in and try and get a number out of the old huddle board.
Hello. Your call cannot be taken at the moment.
Right. Also, what I'm looking for, anybody with a different voice, I've decided a better way to get through to somewhere that we've tried to get through to for a while. We need a different voice on the matter though. Anyone up for a 3-way call? Has there anyone got the balls to do it? I know somebody who sent some test tapes to me once. If you're still listening, brother, you're hired. If you want to take part in a 3-way call. Look at the money spent here, hold on. 89 million Liverpool top, Chelsea 80.8 million, Arsenal 66, Man Who 56, Man City 51.5, Newcastle 39, Everton 34, West Ham 31, Southampton we are 10 million, 28, Hull, here get back you plum. Fucking Newcastle 9 players in, West Brom 8, Liverpool 7, Aston Villa 6, Burnley 6, Leicester 6, Man City 6, West Ham 6, Chelsea 5, Everton 5, Hull 5, Southampton 5, Man United 3 players, Crystal Palace 3, Spurs 4, QPR 4, Arsenal 4, Sunderland 5, and the mixed race Duncan Goodshoe is just moving the thing about like a demented Wayne on crack. You can see he's talking shite because his lips are moving and he works for Sky. The demented Wayne on the TV. Well, to announce decision on Luis Suarez appeal at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Is that where else is going as well? Luis Suarez is going to be allowed to play football from September now. He will be able to play from September as long as he goes for an Italian lunch every day and eats Italian like the rest of us, the proper way. No more eating Italian on a football pitch. So an Italian lunch every day will keep the mad doctor away. Will keep the bands away as well. Fucking fruitcake. Not a player, but a total out-and-out cannibal fruitcake. Offer him a fruitcake, he'll not only bite your hand off, he'll fucking eat your hand, as well as the cake. The footballing vampire strikes again. As long as he jumps on that pitch and bites a fucking Bale's knob end, chews a lump out of fucking James Rodriguez's fucking big toe and goes biting on fucking old Ronnie's banger as well. If they do that, Barca will give me a chance, otherwise they're fucked this year again. I think that's why they've signed that crackpot. The minute that Ramos or Pepe start anything, you'll just be fucking away. You'll fucking eat them alive, know what I mean? Fucking mad Pepe. You just imagine it at the fat game, know what I mean? Pepe tries to fucking nut. Pepe tries to stick the nut in him.
Welcome to BT.
And on the way down, Suarez bites fucking Hoffy's nose and ear off. Poor Pepe will be going through fucking plastic surgery for the next 6 years.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry to bother you, my name's Jimmy Albert. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was just regarding the referendum coming up in 5 weeks. It was just to see if you're intending to vote on it.
Oh yes, I definitely do.
Oh cool. No,
So do my family.
Oh good. I was just here to well, I'm just a concerned citizen who up to a few months ago was thinking of voting no, and now I'm intent on voting yes. And I was just looking for undecided voters or people who have not decided yet on which way to go.
I've kind of decided.
Are you thinking of voting yes, if you don't mind me asking, or no? Or?
I'm not going to discuss it on the
No,
phone.
I understand that. That. A lot of people are like that. No, but listen, I was just to explain why I was phoning, just out of politeness. I was just here
That's okay.
just to ask you those questions. I'm doing this off my own back. I'm not working for any political party. I'm non-aligned. I'm just doing it out my own back because, well, I've got 3 teenage children, and I believe that Scotland may be better in a democracy that is maybe better served sitting in Edinburgh instead of London. You know, it's just my thoughts on it, and that's why I was phoning out because. Well, I think it's a good thing. Can I ask you one last thing, and I'll bid you farewell? Do you feel the politicians have been rather negative during all the campaigning?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you find that they're doing?
No, nothing in particular. Just I feel, mind you, there's a lot now coming to light because there's more discussions and everything on the television. But I know what you're saying. My daughter's just left here, and I know she's a definite yes.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. I mean, it was just, as I say, I'm looking for people who are kind of undecided or getting sick of the negative campaigning. I'm not a politician, and for the last few months, I've looked at I've looked at all the information that's out there and the best I can. And I used to think, well, I'll go for no, but because all the politicians, especially failed ones who done a lot of damage to the country, saying, "Oh, we can't do this or can't do that," I think, well, that's nonsense. Scotland can do anything it chooses, and you know, as I say, I'm putting my cards on the table.
I think if you go right into it and look at it, I think we can as well.
That's the way
Because I was kind of no to start with, but I've went the other way.
Good on you. Well, if you can try and convince as many people as possible as well, then that's what I'm trying to do. It's all about a community roots movement. It's not about the politicians, it's about getting the people in their families to say, well, look, let's give it a go. Let our hearts rule our head, and because I've got a lot of misgivings about it myself, you know, what could go wrong. But hey, you know, anything, you can walk out the door and God help us, we could all get hit by a bus or whatever, so you just don't know what's going to happen. So there's no point in worrying.
You just don't know what the next day is going to bring.
You don't know if
it's round the corner for you, don't you know?
That's it, go for it and hope that we get the best. But anyway, listen, I'll bid you farewell and take care.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
2 minutes 44. She wasn't for telling us, and at the end, she was agreed with me. God bless that wee woman. Right, I do love doing this thing here. Phoning the public. And always remember, never see failure as failure. Always see it as a next step to success. And I was a success. That wee woman was no intent in telling us what she was going to do. But end up, when I tell her what I was all about, she was inclined to tell me. Wunderbar, as they say in Germany. Wunderbar. This is why I think we can win it as a yes. We have to go to the polls and say, oui, oui, yes, yes, monsieur, mademoiselle, oui, oui. Oui, oui, mademoiselle Hanlon. Mademoiselle Hanlon from Toronto has just hit us up with a message. Oof. Right. That was that little Skype noise in the background. Getting hit up with a message. Right, 5 notifications. Look at that. Sitting in a pub in Santa Paws, I listen to the show, mate. Who's that? Monty? Is it Monty or Daisy? Oh, you're, I don't. Oh, Monty, I'm letting down. Right, that is absolutely shocking. Shocking and appalling. Monty is an immigrant. He's fled the fucking scene. He's fucking bolted. He's in Santa Ponza. Fucking shocking. All hands on deck are needed. All Fangitas. It's an all Fangita alert for independence, and you're sitting sunning it, or rather fucking boozing it in Santa Ponza. You're having a fucking laugh. You're banned. Don't even know if I can phone Santa Ponza. Is that in Spain? I think I've got calls to Spain, but I never did find out where I can fucking phone, did I? Right.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alba from Scottish Democracy 2014.
Right.
I was just phoning regarding the referendum in 5 weeks' time and asking just a couple of quick questions. Are you intending to vote on it, sir?
Oh, I am indeed, yes.
Good.
All my family will vote.
Good. Are you inclined to tell me which way just now, sir? I mean, I know a lot of people are not
I'll tell you if you want. I'm not in favour of independence. I'm a no vote.
Oh, no problem. Well, for myself, I used to be inclined to be the exact same as yourself up until a few months ago. And having listened to a lot of the, failed politicians who caused a lot of the problems in the country that we face, having listened to them saying we can't do this or we can't do that, I thought, well, I think we can do it, and just...
Well, you'll tell from my accent that I'm not Scottish.
Whereabouts are you from, Australia?
I'm a Yorkshireman.
Where's that, in New Zealand?
I'm from Hull. No, I'm a Yorkshireman.
Where's that?
I'm from Yorkshire.
South Africa? Of course.
I'm English.
Indeed you are, sir, of course. I wouldn't have mistaken that wonderful accent. I mean, for me it's not... I mean, how long have you been living here in Scotland for?
Well, I've been married to my wife for 35 years this year. Last year.
Well, you're not...
35 years.
Well, I'm
a newcomer. I'm a newcomer.
Well, I'd have to beg to differ. You're a qualified Scot now. I think that qualifies you as being Scottish.
Do you think that qualifies me? 35 years married to a Glaswegian girl.
Well, if it doesn't, then you might as well send yourself into a nut house, my friend. You know what I mean? If you don't qualify,
that's the trouble.
Well, if that doesn't qualify, become Scottish, then I don't know what does. But no, you've been living up here the whole of that time, then, yeah?
No, I came up here in 1988.
Got you. And how have you found it since then? No too bad?
That was when the wife's father died, so we came up to look after her mother.
That's sad, yeah.
Back up. I mean, we lived in York.
Got you.
And
did she
her
emigrate?
Father died in '88, so she wanted to be near her mum, which is quite normal, quite natural.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I moved down to London in 1990, just outside at Horsham, West Sussex, and I came back 95. My wee great auntie had passed away, and I was brought up with my gran and granda and my mum. So, and I could see that they were getting old as well. So I thought I'd come up, and lo and behold, I mean, they passed away. I got a few years out of them before they passed away. But yeah, the same kind of reason why I came back. So I was living down in England for a long time. But yeah, I understand. I mean, coming back to Scotland. I mean, have you found it okay then since you came back here, or since you came up here?
Oh, I've had no problems whatsoever. I love the place.
Good. And I mean, your reason for no, I mean, is it? Can I ask you why you're?
Well, do you want to? I'll be perfectly honest with you, right?
Yeah, please do.
I've got no objections to independence, by the way.
Right.
And I think in a better time, I think the world economy is not good for independence at the moment. But I don't like Alex Salmond, by the way. I think he's an absolutely arrogant little man that won't be told that there are other things. I'm awful sorry to say this, and I'd say it to his face if he was on the other end of the phone. I would tell him.
Well, I'm not good.
Listen, you really arrogant. I find him that he will not answer a straight question. He won't say yea or nay.
He's a politician.
All he does is box round it, makes other things up, blames other people, And I don't like that in a man. I like a man who calls a spade, and openly admits if he ain't got a policy on this, he ain't got a policy on that, let us know about it, because it's a big decision. It's a big decision to form a government of a country and say this is how it's going to be run, and the people, the 6 million people that live in Scotland have got to abide by that government, and it's a very difficult thing. I want to know why he thinks he can do a better job than Westminster, that's been doing it for, 300 years. If he can do a better job than that, I want him to tell me how he's going to do a better job. But he doesn't. He just foxes around everything. He doesn't actually say yay or nay. The monetary thing's really bugging my nose. I mean, if he hasn't got why can't he openly admit that he hasn't got another policy on money and on what coinage we're going to use or what currency we're going to use in 6 weeks' time if it's a yes vote? He doesn't have a clue. He really does not tell us. And I don't think, you see this paper, this white paper that was produced, there's 700 odd pages of what would happen. That's absolute gobbledygook. To the average man like myself, that's gobbledygook. That really doesn't tell us very much at all.
No, well,
Are you still there?
Yeah, of course.
I know I'm ranting on, but
no, please do.
You see, what gets me is that, right? Okay, I've no doubt this country could survive as a country, right? But what makes him think that it's going to stay as one of the 5th richest countries in the world? What makes him think that it's going to be allowed back in Europe when people tell him he's going to have to wait to get into Europe? He's going to have to apply again to get into Europe. It's a very difficult thing to do.
But see, just on that point there, you said they're the 5th richest country in the world. Try say that to someone who has to go cap in hand because of the policies of Westminster.
I know this, but that happens in every single country in the world, sir. I'm sorry, America's fabulously rich, but it's got poor that have to go cap in hand.
10 cities, exactly.
Japan's got millions and billions, the richest economy in the world, but it's got people that have to go cap in hand. Unfortunately, we'll never, ever be able to please everybody. We'll never, ever be able to say everybody's on a level. If it was, we'd be communism. If you want communism, then everybody gets the same.
But you see, the only place communism really works is in a month.
We'll never ever have people that won't go cap in hand, and we'll never ever have lazy bastards that won't work, by the way.
Well, we'll always have them. There's people... No, listen, it's cool.
You, but you talk about people going cap in hand. There are jobs out there, but they won't go for them. And while the welfare state keeps giving them big handouts, they won't go for them. I'm quite in favour of what Mr Cameron is saying, that we've got to cut down on the welfare state. I'm 67, a double amputee, right, and I get my pension and I get a little bit of money to help me travel, right, because I've got no legs. And that's all I get. And I'm a double amputee. There's people in my street where I live now that never work a day. There's a lady next door her husband never worked a day in their life. She's got one kiddie and they live better than me. Now, why should that be? Can you tell me that?
Well, because of the government. Because the government
they get money for nothing.
Well, because the government,
that won't ever go out to work.
Yeah, well, because the way
is Mr. Salmon going to sort that out?
Well, the way to look at it, right? The reason why we
he's going to have to be really nasty, isn't he, to sort that out? He's going to have to be just like David Cameron and say,
no, I don't. No, they don't. Listen, all they have to do is they had an open door policy for all the Eastern European people to come to this country. And the reason for that was... Hold on, let me finish.
I'm talking about Scots people living in my street.
I know, but hold on. But what I'm saying is, the reason why they had to allow an open door policy for all the Poles and Romanians to come here was because they needed a whole load of jobs done, and they had too many people swinging the lead. Too many people
swinging the lead. Absolutely.
They get too many people.
But don't you think Mr. Cameron's doing a good job by saying I'm not going to let them swing the lead anymore? They're not going to get the benefits.
Of course, but then that's taking a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Hold on, but when you kick off genuinely sick people for 2 months, 3 months at a time, forcing them into even more poverty than what they've got, then that is not right. Now, regardless of what you say...
I'm on about the genuinely people who won't go to work.
But then, hold on then. So, would it not be better...
So, what's Mr. Salmon going to do about them?
Well then, hold on, if you let me speak. Would it not be better, instead of allowing a loophole like that to continue, instead of using a sledgehammer to crack a nut and saying, oh, we're going to do this to sort that out. They're not going to sort the problem out because, well, you go to someone and say, take this job, and they look at it and say, well, I'm going to earn this amount, so hold on a minute, I'm going to be £10 or £20 or £5 a week better off or worse off to work that amount of hours. Well, no thanks, I'll not take that job, I'll continue to swing the lead. So there's a loophole in the system. Either it's either well, I don't think they're paying too much in benefits to people. Well, if you look how much they give to people who are unemployed, it's really a pittance. Yes, they do subsidise their houses and people can sit there in their houses, but then if people were given a better wage by the multinational corporations or councils, whoever they're working for, if people would get a better wage, then the loophole of people sitting in their house swinging the lead would be lessened, don't you think, on that?
How are you going to say to a multinational company, sorry, you've got to pay these people £10 an hour, or you can't,
But hold on then.
And then they're going to turn around and say, don't live in this country, and we'll go and build our factory in Japan, or we'll go and build it in India, or somewhere where they can get it cheap.
But that's what they do.
They're going to leave the country in droves.
But that's what they do.
You can't force employees to pay more money.
But then what we do, right, but hold on, what we do, taxpayers' money is squandered then, because what we do is people get tax credits who are working for companies who get paid poor wages. So if people, because the government says people with families have a right to have a certain standard of living, so if someone works and they're getting paid X amount, then they can go and get family credit. So then instead of this company who should be paying this member of society a proper going rate, then what you'll find in this country, for the last 30 years, the working man wage, since the destruction of the unions, be it good or bad, the working man's wage has never recovered from 30 years ago. The working wage has been crushed, so people can't go and get a fair wage for doing a fair job compared to maybe 40 years ago.
What's going to do about it? What difference would it be under an independent country?
We'll subsidising. We'll having the public. Hold on. We'll having the tax.
To all these companies, well, you've got to pay a fair rate.
Well, hold on.
You'd be like bringing back trade unionism and letting the trade union say we want 15 quid an hour, that's how our men are walking out.
But hold on.
That's impossible today. It was okay 30 years ago, but it's not. Mrs. Thatcher proved that. She broke the unions.
Was that a good thing in your mind?
And there's no way you're going to ever bring that back. You're living in a pipe dream if you think you can ever bring back that.
No, it's not breaking it back. It's not breaking it back. I'm not asking to bring it back.
Because employers today are turning around and saying, okay, we'll up sticks and go somewhere else. I mean, there's so much industry gone out of Scotland. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but hold on. But that's already been done.
From Scotland.
Yeah, but hold on.
Just because there's cheaper places to build things.
But hold on, the cheaper industry, what we can look at then is, they called it Silicon Glen, right? So the government...
Indeed, and it's not really worked, does it?
No, but hold on, they called it...
There's still people working there for poor wages.
No, but hold on, hold on, what they did, right?
Making telephones are on any good money, dear. That's why they're all bloody skint.
No, but hold on, listen to what happened, right?
£7 an hour, a $7.50 basic wage, whatever the basic wage of the country is.
Listen, right, to have a better country, instead of subsidising the rich and penalising the poor, right? And how they do that, then multinational companies don't pay proper tax. They don't pay their fair share. How can
you're going to tax the multinationals? And then go away again. That'll be another lot gone.
See, but hold on. If you
see, Silicon Glen will disappear because they can make these things in India, they can make them in China, they can make them in other countries in the Far East so much cheaper. Then how do you think we keep them here?
So why are you still living here if all these countries are doing better than here?
I love it. Why am I still living here?
Yeah.
Because I live here with my wife and family.
Well, that's why all these companies are here, because all these people are companies. They've got people working there, and they love this country as well. They've got wives and families. I wanted to leave this country a few years ago because I wanted to go and live in another place to show my children, who were young at the time, a different culture than this. Come back in a few years. That's what I wanted to do, but I couldn't do it. So I've been stuck in this country, and I don't mind it at all because my family are here.
What do you mean you've been stuck in this country?
Because I wanted to leave.
Are you wealthy?
No. I wanted to leave and go and do an English teaching course, right? To go abroad for a few years and just to have
Why didn't you go?
Because my family didn't want to, so I'm staying here because of my family.
So you didn't go because you couldn't go, you went because your family didn't want you to go.
No, because they wanted to stay here, so I decided to respect it. It was a democracy
so
in my house.
What you did was you went with your family.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. So all these corporations.
So you said, okay.
So all these
I went with my wife. We lived in York, right? And me and my 2 children and my wife lived in York, and her father died. So, and she wanted to come here, so I went with my wife because
the family. So that's what I'm saying.
And you wanted to please your family.
So the reason
you didn't give up your English speaking course because you had to. You give it up because you wanted to please your family.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. See, but hold on, right? So
because you wanted to please your family.
But then let's extrapolate what I'm saying. Right, the reason why I used that example was to say that the companies who are here, they've got families. They don't want to go and take the people who are businessmen. If they're here for a reason.
How many firms have left Scotland?
Oh, there are huge amounts of people leaving Scotland.
Huge amounts. I mean, do you remember when Silicon Glen started and there was a big thing on about this transfer? I can't remember the name of the company. It was going towards Edinburgh on
Motorola.
On the road, and it was a huge place. It was a semiconducting company.
Motorola.
And the government gave them hundreds of millions to set it up.
That's what I was going to explain to you.
For 5 years, so they could get this place set up. And the minute the 5 years was up, they said, "Cheerio, thank you very much. We're off somewhere else."
And do you know that's the example I was going to give to you.
If you subsidise firms, they're the people that are going to.
But listen, that's exactly. But hold on. You've just used an example that I was going to use to help explain. Well, what your policy that you're saying, how that's failed, because when you've got governments, right, Westminster turning round.
What's Mr. Salmon going to do?
No, hold on. Let me finish.
What he's going to do?
But hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
Let
me finish my point.
The same by giving them subsidies.
No, but let me finish my point. So the Westminster government, right, the company we're talking about,
I agree.
it was Motorola and the semiconductor Cisco Systems. There was other ones that were out there.
They all came and went.
Yes, so the government gives them hundreds of millions to build a factory. Yeah. They choose an area of economic.
You don't have to explain it to me. I know.
An economic deprivation area. They choose that.
I want to know.
And hold on.
Your government, Mr. Salmon and the SNP will do, right, differently than that to encourage people to stay.
Right, but hold on then. So a Tory government, right? And a Labour.
I don't want to know what.
But hold on. But you're not letting me finish. But hold on.
You're the one trying to sell SNP to me.
No, I'm not selling SNP. I'm not SNP. I don't like it. I can't stand Alex Salmond. I'm phoning out of my own thing because I know Alex Salmond.
You're phoning because you're working for a company. You want to get mad, but you want to know which way I'm voting.
No, I'm working for myself. I'm sitting here as a Joe Schmo, a guy on the street.
You're not using your phone to phone me. For no reason.
I'm phoning you because I'm watching.
I'm not phoning anybody for no reason. I'm not phoning the Yes Voting campaign. How did you get my number? Where did you get it from?
From the BT phone book that's on the internet. I'm phoning. I'm a radio guy. I normally phone radio for fun, right? I phone the radio. I've got my own radio stuff. But because I decided to vote yes, and because I used to do sales, I think, well, I can do this myself. I'm not working for Salmond. I'm not working for the Scottish Government. I want Scotland to have a decision. Can you let me finish my point? Listen, my friend, I'm making a point and you interrupting.
Because I thought you was an SNP man and I wanted to know what the SNP government's going to do. But listen, you can't tell me that because you've got nothing to do with them. So it's pointless me. I'm only talking to another Joe Bloggs in the street then, aren't I? So I'm wasting my time and you're wasting yours. I'm still going to vote no.
No.
Because you won't give me any.
You've not listened to me.
Any enlightenment to the reason why I should, and I don't mean you.
But you've not listened to me
passionately that you believe in
you've not listened
the
to me.
Vote, but you haven't told me any policies that's going to convince me.
Because hold on,
because my mind. So I'm better off just getting my washing out of the washing machine. What I was doing before.
No, you're probably better doing that
and getting on with my housework, aren't I?
No, you probably are better doing that because of the whole time you've not bothered listening to me. You've not even given me a chance to make a point.
I have listened
to you. Not. Every time I spoke, you're interrupting again.
Every time you've said exactly the same as the SNP.
No, every time I went to speak,
to Westminster,
every time I went to speak,
the SNP is going to do different.
Every time I went to speak, every time I went to
anything different because
every time, listen,
they can do.
Listen, every time there you go.
The Conservatives have tried it. Now the SNP are in.
You're still doing the same.
In the Parliament.
You're still doing the same.
They've tried it and nothing's working.
Listen,
this is.
The first bit of fucking sense he spoke when the noise went fucking dead. Listen, sweetie. He just hung up. Right, we'll save that number, then we'll come back to him. Right, how long was on there? 18 minutes. Hung up twice. Call back. Right, so he's got no legs. Right, 18 minutes and then hung up twice, call back. Right. You're ignorant old fool. Away and fling shite to the moon. You never fucking listen to one word I says. I was wasting time. Is that Charles Green you're talking to? Hey, oh, fucking Charles Green here. Hold on. I wonder if he phoned that number. I can phone away that number. There's no fucker there. There's nobody home. The lights aren't even on. There is nobody home. Right, Chuck Green never get back to me, no. He never get back to me with a fud breaker. Where are we here now? Let's see. Fucking hell. That guy was a bam, wasn't he? Fucking hell, I thought I could talk. Fucking couldn't get a word in edgeways with the old cunt. Next time I'm phoning from Alex Salmon's government. We're going to have to kick you out of Scotland, you miserable old fucker, you. Miserable old bastard, isn't he? But always, what's the motto? Never see failure as failure. Only as the next step to success. Right. 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 Well, we phone Imran back. He's so scared about answering the phone when he's abroad. I mean, it might cost him 30 pence. 50 pence maximum. There goes the man who set up the penny share scheme for him and his cohorts. Margarita, Blue Pitch, every crackpot near various crackpot bastard out there. And Imran Ahmed brings them all together to take control of the clergy. I can phone Spain. I think I should phone Senor Sandaz's club. We'll phone Sandaz's club, say we're looking to buy him, right? Let's go and buy Sandaza. I know, I never learned my lesson. I'm not badgering the cunt, I mean, it's no harassment. It's just a bit of fun. We're putting the fun into fundamentalism. Dear God, imagine, and the last time, remember I phoned this club and they just gave me his email. fransandaza9@hotmail.com, I think it was. Imagine they gave me his number and I ended up phoning him again. Cunt will start greeting. What the fuck is he not my number? Oh, you're kidding? Who's that? Ashley Long there, didn't it? tried to phone Craigie White, his number's been dead for a long time, but that actually rang there, didn't it? Maybe he's like myself, he puts a SIM card away and pulls it out for special occasions. Saying that, I've thrown away more SIM cards than you've had hot dinners out there. That's not right at all. Sarah's ringing here. Nah, it ain't happening, mate. Ain't happening. No. Aye, Biggins back on, Tommy. Right, I'll put a message out to Paul or Tim. Right, LRV. Right, where did we go? Who was the last one I dialed there? Was that miserable old fecker? Just make sure I don't get the right number. Hold on, wrong number again. So it finishes, that's the number. So we'll do the one below. Right. I've still got that wee old boys for last week. Fucking thieves and vagabonds. Five to one.
Hello.
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 Sorry, buddy, mate. My name's Jimmy Albert. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014.
Alright.
It was just regarding the referendum in a few weeks. I was just here to ask you a few questions. Are you intending to vote in the referendum?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you mind telling me, are you going to be undecided, or are you decided, is it going to be yes or no yet?
I've decided. I personally want to choose, but...
Right, are you thinking yes then, or are you more inclined to be no? I don't want to divulge it now, sorry. You know what to say that?
I don't like talking about the subject because I always end up arguing about it, because obviously I know a lot of people that are picking the opposite from what I'm choosing.
I can assure you, I'm not here to argue, mate. I'm on the yes side, I was on the no. I'm doing this, I'm no part of any party. I'm just doing this off my own back because I want to be yes. I used to be thinking no, but I'm thinking now, well, maybe we should do yes. Although I've got a lot of things in my head saying maybe we shouldn't, we should still stay the same, but I don't know about yourself. I mean, is that kind of similar to yourself? Are you fully on the yes, or are you fully on the no? And I've always been that way, because
I'm fully on the no, but then at the same time, I see like the point of yes. Like I've looked at both sides. You know what I mean? I know that there's good factors if we go yes. I know there's bad factors if we go yes. If you know what I mean?
Aye, true. I mean, that's the way I look at it as well, kind of. And the way my decisive bit was when I heard all the politicians, especially the ones like Darwin, who caused lots of the problem when it was down in Westminster. I just look at it as, well, there's two Chinese pandas in Edinburgh and there's only one Tory MP. Yeah, we've got a Tory government. So something's no right here for the democracy in Scotland. And I think that it's not a case of, being a part of the union or I think everything will remain the same. We'll still be close to England. We'll still be having to be part of a union with England in some way, but it's just going to be a different union, one where instead of us being like the little brother and always getting all the bad decisions, I think we're going to be a case of, we'll be able to stand up to them and say, well, look, we're doing things differently now, so we just want to be treated differently. That's the way I look at it, because I don't think it's a case. I mean, Alex Salmon, if you listen to him, I'm not a big fan of him, and I'm not for the SNP, but he's talking about still keeping the Queen as head of the what do you call it, the state, head of the country still, and they're still talking about keeping the pound. So there's not going to be too much difference, I don't think, in what it is now. It's just going to be...
I think Britain will let them keep the pound and the Queen, but that's still one thing that...
Well, if you...
I don't know if they'll say that you can have it, you know what I mean?
Well, then, the Queen, certainly I know the way the Queen would look at it. We look at the Commonwealth Games, all these countries are part of the Commonwealth. So Alex Salmond still wants us to be part of the Commonwealth. And he's no daft enough to say, well, you know, we're going to get independence and we're going to have fights or wars or trouble with England. He knows the best way to do it for Scotland anyway is still to be part of... I mean, it's not going to be called Great Britain or United Kingdom. I don't know what it's going to call. Who really knows what's going to happen or what it's going to be? But I know for a fact that Alex Salmond and David Cameron are both committed to whatever happens in September. They're both committed to working out, you know, a future. So whatever's going to happen. So the breakup, if it's going to be a breakup, it's not going to be a terrible breakup like you see in other countries, you know, where there's all fighting and stuff. It's going to be a breakup.
It'll take like 2 years or something before we fully go independent from them. So obviously they're going to have to work with each other.
Exactly.
To become independent. So.
And see the thing with the pound, I mean, it's a kind of game, that a politician's game, obviously, they're playing, where they're trying to trip Alex Salmond up. And that's how he maybe seems evasive, or he's not answering the right question when he says, you know, the pound, because he has to be careful what he says, because he's not got a plan B. He's just got one plan, and that's to get Scotland independent and then negotiate with England what's the best way forward. And if you look at it, right, if you go to the Isle of Man, they've got an Isle of Man pound, and the Jersey is the same, Guernsey. Now, they're part of the Greater Britain, United Kingdom. They're part of, there's about 7 of us all together. If you take Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, England, there's, I think, Jersey, Guernsey, Isle of Man. Now, they're all part of these isles, but they've got their own currency. And Scotland, I mean, Scotland's got their own currency, but the only difference is, right, if you go to the Isle of Man, you know you have to go and change your currency before you get there, because they'll not take your Scottish one. They want you to have an Isle of Man pound. So you go and pay your Scottish pound or your English pound, and you get £1 back for the Isle of Man. Now, the difference is, if you go down to England and now with your Scottish pound, sometimes they'll take it, other times they'll know, depending where you go or how far south they'll go. At least we'll know if Scotland says, well, we've already got the Scottish pound now. So if we say, okay, we're going to call it, it's going to be the Scottish pound, and it's going to be similar to the English pound, but it's just going to be a case that we'll have to go into the bank and say, look, give us 100 English pounds because I'm going down there. So it's just a case, we'll know that, you know, it's not going to be a carry-on anytime you go down to England. It's sometimes a carry-on if you've not got the right money. So
the majority of my family are in England, so I know the troubles when you go in there, but luckily every time I have Scottish money, like I get away with it, you know what I mean? Nobody's ever says no.
It is pot lucky, and it is depending where you go. I used to live just down in West Sussex, and I mean, saying that, a lot of the time, I no much hassle, but I used to enjoy taking a pound into them, and they used to look at it thinking it was a fiver, so a lot of time I'd go in buying stuff like fags or something that was more than it and giving them £1, and they would just look at it and go like that, and they put it in and go, and if you get away with it, they give you the change for a £5, you're like, yes, here we go, a daft Englishman bites the dust again with the pound thing, that I mean, but it's the way I would look at the currency, that I don't think England are going to hurt themselves, or the Westminster government. It's not going to hurt itself by saying, Scotland, you can't be part of the pound, or it's going to take it, like you say, a couple of years at least before we
just have to see what happens. But like, everybody can have a discussion about it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're not going to know until we're independent, or no, like, until the vote's done, you know what I mean?
I know. Well, the way I'm looking at it, I've got a lot of things in my head saying maybe no vote, but I'm just using my heart saying, you know, go with Scotland and just go with independent, because it's not about